You're not going now. No. Don't you try. No, no, no.
Hi everyone, we are live once again for Kitten Cam 2022. We are back with our Wimbledon kittens who are actually have been declared fit to home. They're almost ready to go home, which is really exciting. They have grown quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. So we've got Steffi, we've got an Emma, and I think we've got a Venus and Serena, haven't we? And these guys, I think, are now about 10 or 11 weeks old. So they're actually almost aged out of our socialisation programme, which is what we chat about mostly on these live streams, and the work that all our volunteers do with these kittens at Cats Protection. Oh, she's having a great play. Great work, ladies. So hopefully you're joining us on, a nice chilled lunch break to watch us with our kittens. Give you a bit of light relief from the stresses and strains of everyday life. Because these guys are very playful today. Before we went live, we had a couple of escapees. They like to jump over the side of the pen. As you can see, we've got this great. Well, I think it's actually a pen for children, usually. But we've got them in a great playpen, and the playpen gets used for lots of our litters of kittens. We set it up with all their toys that go in their adoption pens that they live in, either with mum or without mum, depending on how they come to us. And these guys get, we populate their pen with food, their litter tray, they've got their bed in there, and an obscene amount of toys. Lots of playing going on today. And actually, I think it's quite noticeable. I don't know. We'll chat to Helen, our volunteer socialiser, in a minute. But from my point of view, since seeing these kittens about 3 weeks ago, I think we first saw you guys, they have come on in leaps and bounds in terms of their confidence. They have always been quite playful, but they were quite nervous around people, quite reluctant to sort of explore the playpen itself. But now they just can't wait to get going. Got a little snuggle happening down here. Oh, that is. There you go. A little chin rub. Helen's multitasking with this. With the playing and the stroking at once today. Oh, it's a group effort, guys. Brilliant work. Yeah, so as we were saying, we've got lots of toys to entertain these kittens. It's really important to give them lots of stimulation at this age. They're still learning lots about the world. So fishing rod toys are great because cats have a natural hunting behaviour. It's really important, if you are playing with your cat or kitten with your fishing rod toy, to make sure that you do actually let them catch it every once in a while. Because otherwise they can get overly frustrated about not being able to catch said toy. But these toys with the balls in are really great. Chase them around. Oh, clumsy. But equally, you don't have to spend the earth on toys for cats and kittens. A kitten will be very happy with a paper straw, chasing that round. You can put it under things, put it under cushions and things like that, and they'll jump on it and play with it, chew it. Ping pong balls. I think you can, in this pen, we've even got some milk bottle tops and things that they like to sort of pad and play with. You can make your own fishing rod toys. We've actually got some great YouTube videos. At the moment, if you look for Cats Protection on YouTube and look up DIY. We've got DIY scratching post, we've got DIY fishing rod toy, and we've got some feeding enrichment toys, so ideas for hiding their treats and food in toilet roll towers and things like that. Basically doing your recycling but turning them into cat toys. So yeah, like you say, you don't have to spend lots of money on toys like these, which I believe most of these have been very kindly donated by lots of our supporters, which we're always super, super grateful for. And these are a big hit. Amazing multitasking, Helen. The grooming and the playing all at once. Yeah, so grooming is another really good one. Short hair or long hair, particularly if you've got a long-haired cat. As you can see, our all black kitten here. Do we know which one that is, Helen? The little black fluffy one?
Oh gosh. Oh.
We get confused
You're
over
testing
who's
me
here.
now.
But
I think that's Steffi, actually.
Steffi, yeah. So it's particularly if they're long hair, it's really important to get them used to grooming early on. Because it is something that you'll have to do throughout their life to make sure that they don't get matted fur. Cats are really, really good at grooming themselves, but occasionally they do need a little bit of help. And certainly as they get older, you'll find if you've got an older cat or an elderly cat that they might struggle to groom themselves. So just having a cat that actually is okay with, or even, I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but my cats really enjoy being groomed, actually. I mean, I'd love it if someone just brushed my hair all day long. So getting them used to grooming is a really important part of socialisation as well. And we've said on previous streams as well, we also get them used to things like sounds. So we have a little CD or some tracks that we play of things that might be quite scary, like hoovers and washing machines and fireworks and things like that, just to get them used to noises that they will hear when they're in the home. Because obviously the kittens that are here with us are in a very different environment for the first 8 to 10 weeks of their life than they would be in the home. Guys have got a little tower there.
Yeah, Tower of Kittens.
Yeah. And speaking of which, on next week's stream, hopefully you will see we are in the process of building, all as part of our summer appeal, we're in the process of building a cardboard cat castle for these guys to to play around on. Because as we were saying, you can literally use anything lying around the house to create entertainment for your cats and kittens. So there's currently under construction a cat/kitten castle out of cardboard that we'll be featuring on next week's stream. And we're encouraging cat owners, particularly as now it's the summer holidays, so anyone with children, great idea. We're encouraging cat owners to use any of their leftover boxes and all those Amazon deliveries into... Oh, hello, Pickle. We're encouraging people to build their own, whether it's a castle or a fort, or even just as simple as this box that we've got here. That's literally just a box with a hole in it. And these guys love sitting on top of it. Oh yeah. Hello. Oh, you looked straight into camera then. That's it. Keep hydrated. So Helen, could you just tell us a little bit about what some of the differences might be between when you're socialising very young kittens in the first couple of weeks of their life, what sorts of things might you be focusing on versus when we've got kittens like this that are almost ready to home and you can do slightly different activities with them as part of the socialisation, can't you?
Yes, yeah. So in the early stages, so from 2 weeks up to about 8 weeks, what we mainly do, and our main aim, is to prepare them for human interaction, both the type of interaction they would get at home, such as what we're doing now, but also particularly the sort of interaction they would have with a vet, where a vet will be doing lots of checks. So we check their ears, we check their eyes, we check their paws, we check under their tail, and we check their necks, and just, you know, make sure that we're handling them. We make sure that we handle them individually, and so they're away from their litter, such as this sort of litter, for at least 2 minutes of being handled. And so they just get used to that sort of interaction, because it's quite vital in the human world that we're in, that they have that and get used to it. So yes, during that time, that's what we would do.
Perfect. And it's really important that we have people like Helen who can come and give up their time to do, I mean, it's one of the best jobs in the world, right? But we're really thankful to everyone that volunteers for doing roles like this with us at Cats Protection, because quite often, particularly here in some of the centres that we have, the staff who are running the centres and looking after the cats on a daily basis have got so much to do in the way of essential cat care. So making sure that lunch is delivered to these gorgeous cats, and cleaning out litter trays, and making sure the pens are clean, and providing everything that these cats need on a daily basis. You think you've lost one, but I think you've lost. Going looking there. That's it.
There you
We've
are.
poked our head out. But yeah, the staff at the centres are. It can get really busy, and as we say, in kitten season, it gets very, very busy all of a sudden with all of these extra kittens. So we have these amazing volunteers who come in, help socialise the kittens. We also have desensitisation volunteers who come and sit with our more nervous and anxious cats. So they'll be on the homing wing at a centre such as this, but if they've had a bit of a traumatic past, or if they're astray, or perhaps they've been abandoned, or maybe they've just only ever lived in one home their whole life and they're finding being in an adoption centre a little bit challenging. And we have volunteers that spend time sitting with them, playing with them, or even just reading to them and spending time with them, so that they get used to human interaction and trust us. So if anyone is interested in volunteering or finding out more about volunteer roles that are open at the moment, it will vary depending on where you are in the UK. We have some centres. We also have branches that consist of cat fosterers who foster cats in their own homes. So there's a variety of cat facing and other volunteer roles with the charity. All the information is on our website. So if you go to cats.org.uk/volunteering, you can find out more. But we'll put a link in the comments on this stream as well on Facebook.
Cool. Do you think you did?
Fishing rod toys are a real hit today.
Yeah.
This is great. This must have been a donated. So as we said, we get lots of lovely donations, but this little chain link knitted thing,
Yeah.
really great.
That's a lovely idea.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now that was a jump.
That was a great jump. So as we said, these 4 gorgeous girls are pretty much ready to be homed. So the usual homing process for branches and centres right across the UK, if anyone is looking to adopt a cat, is that the kittens and cats will go up on our website.
Come back.
Trying to, another possible escapee. Kittens and cats will go up on our website, and you can easily find cats and kittens that are available to adopt in your area by going to cats.org.uk /find us. There's a find a cat feature on there where you literally just pop in your postcode, and any available cats and kittens in the area will come up. It will tell you what centre and branch they're available from as well. So if you are after a specific type of cat, for example, a cat that is happy to be around children, or a cat that might have previously lived with dogs, if you've already got a dog and you're looking for a cat to live with a dog, all of that information is on there on Find a Cat. You can actually filter by all of those things. So I think you've lost one into the box as well again, Helen.
Oh, it's constant.
The constant fear of escaping. Yeah, so as I said, it's really easy to find on our website if you are looking for that information, but you can also find the details of your local branch or centre, and also your local charity shop if you're interested in ever doing a little bit of shopping with us. And also these kittens are very lucky because it's air-conned in this lovely adoption centre. So yesterday, while everyone else in the UK was... Oh, you got an escapee?
Oh, have I?
One? No, not quite.
Oh.
Just thinking about it. Yeah, while everyone else was
Are you thinking about
sweating
it?
yesterday, these guys are being kept nice and cool in the adoption centre. They've got a lovely pen that's got all their essentials in it, that's got a nice space out the back as well, that's got scratching posts and their litter trays and food and everything, lots of space to run around while they're here. And then as you see, they get access to this lovely playpen as well. Playtime with Helen. I don't think they're going to want to go back in their pen, you know. And you might be able to see, because all 4 of these kittens are girls. It's not that obvious. It's probably most obvious on our long-haired little girl over there, but they have all been neutered. So we recommend at Cats Protection neutering from 4 months of age, because kittens can get pregnant while they're still kittens, and it's quite traumatic for them. I think we've had a mum in recently who was only 1 and was here with her second litter. She'd already given birth to a litter and she was pregnant again, and it's quite a lot for a young cat to have lots of litters early on in their life. It's not great for their health later on in life either, so we really recommend neutering at an early age. So 4 months is recommended, and particularly if you have a pregnant cat at home, or if you've had a litter of kittens recently and you've got girls and boys in that litter. Kittens do not care if they are brothers and sisters. They will make mischief. So it's really important, particularly if you've got girls and boys, to keep them separated when they're a couple of months old, until they can be neutered, because you don't want any accidents early on. We've got enough unwanted cats and kittens in the UK that we're struggling to help as it is. So, you know, keeping the number of unwanted litters down is really high on our priority list, and part of that's just educating people about neutering. It's a totally safe operation, really, really quick for males. I think it's something like 10-15 minutes or something for male cats, and only slightly longer, maybe half an hour for female cats. As I said, all 4 of these are lovely girls, so you can see on some of their sides they've got slightly shaven patches, which is where they will have been neutered. But as you can see, hasn't affected them at all. Very quick operation, and they're usually back on their feet just a couple of hours later, eating, drinking, and all that. What are you looking at, little one?
Oh. Where are you off to? I'm going to play with the balls.
Yeah.
No.
So this lovely litter, this is probably the last time you'll see them on Kitten Counts. As we said, they are ready for rehoming shortly. But we will be back next week with a different litter of kittens. If you caught our Instagram live shortly before 1 o'clock today, we checked in on Lucy and her 5 kittens, and they're only 4 weeks old. We've got another couple of litters here currently. So we will no doubt be checking in with a different litter next week. Thank you to anyone that's donated. We've seen a couple of donations come in on this stream so far, which is always very much appreciated, super kind. And if anyone has any further comments, even after we've gone live, if you're watching this after we've gone live and you're just watching it on Facebook, please do write your comments and your questions in the comments of this Facebook Live, and we will make sure that we get back and answer them, send you any relevant links from our website, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining.